Yo, what's up guys, I'm Rocky here. In this video I'm gonna show you how to always gain an early game advantage as Singed. I am a Singed main with 1.1 million mastery points and I've peaked this season at Grandmaster on the EU West server. Why is this trick good? As Singed you usually lose early game because you have a weak 1v1 champion. Your role is to carry team fights, that's why it's so hard to not lose early lane, which is why this trick is so good. Okay, so here we are in our first example, and in our first example we are up against the Camille matchup. I actually think Camille is a skill matchup and the Bada player wins this matchup. For the line tech, you always want to start in this brush and then you want to wait until the minions arrive. Okay, and after the minions arrive, you start by poisoning the caster minions. I do that. She comes at me, but I know I'm getting my passive. If she comes to me, I poison her. I dodge the W, so that's clean. We go again, like by poisoning the backline. And here, like a little bit of trading is always good for us. I should have gave her another auto, because a little bit of trading is always good for the upcoming level 2. Because to lower her for that, to make the solo kill easier. Okay, and I accidentally poisoned this minion, but it's about leaving one minion standing, the healthier minion right here, because he's gonna keep all of this wave. This guy is gonna come back, like the melee minion is gonna come back now, and then the wave is gonna meet up right here, as you're gonna see. So that's very good for us that the wave is now here, because usually the wave would be around somewhere around here. And now with this tag, the wave is right here, so we have all that space to solo kill her. And by the way, here I traded onto her again. That's really good, like another good auto. And since this minion is dying, I'm running at her because I know I know my level up timers. I know I'm gonna hit level 2 on this. Boom, I hit level 2. I flip her, and that's beautiful, because she's completely doomed right now. Boom, and I get my movement speed from celerity, and she just dies. So that's pretty nice. Okay, so there's another thing I want to mention. If I solo kill her right here, push the first 2 waves in, then after that there's going to be a huge slow push that comes back into me, and we end up in a really great spot. Okay, so here we are in our second example, and in our second example I'm up against Aatrox. I actually think Aatrox is a hard matchup for Singed, but definitely winnable. So we start off in the first brush, and then we wait for the caster minions to arrive. Okay, so they line up, and we want to always hit them from behind. That's pretty important when the top laner runs at you like this, just to put the poison behind. So I see that he runs at me. I'm just trying to dodge his Qs. Autoing here, by the way, is very bad for me, because if I auto him right now, then all the minions are going to hit me, and I'm probably going to get hit by a second Q. So autoing is really bad. So I want to run away. Make sure to dodge the second Q. And then I'm going to get hit by his third Q a little bit, but not in center, so that does not matter because he chases me a lot. So because he did not hit my melee minions at all, so then his melee minions are a little bit lower than usually. If the top laner hits my melee minions, then they are a little bit healthier, but it's whatever. Because the line tech is gonna work anyways. So now the minions are right here, and I want to get this trade, as I said. And now I'm gonna hit level 2, just like that, flash flip him, and here he's dead. Boom, they ignite, and here he's completely doomed. Nice. It works just as easy as that. I've noted down the main things that are gonna happen while using this tech. A solo kill. For obvious reasons, this is the best thing to happen. Below Master, is pretty likely to get a solo kill with this tech, because usually people don't respect the level 2 power that Singed has. When the enemy top respects the cheese, there are 3 things that you can do depending on your game and the situation you are in right now. The first option is that you could do a third wave crash into recall. That creates a great tempo advantage for you. In most cases, I do that when I can't go proxy because I don't know where the enemy jungler is, or when I am too low to stay in lane. The second option is to go proxy, but you can only go proxy if you know where the enemy jungler is right now. So for example, in the gameplay I'm showing right now, Jarvan started at the blue buff, so that means he clears his camp to bot side. So I am safe and there's no danger in me dying while proxying. But when the enemy jungler clears to your side of the map, or you don't know where he started, then you are just better off getting deep vision for you and your team. If you overcommit too hard for the solo kill, it can also happen that you get yourself killed. Dying right here is very bad, because now the enemy top laner can hold the wave, TP back, and after that the wave is frozen in front of his tower. The only counterplay you have against that is to call your jungler to unbreak the freeze. I think there are two viable rune pages while doing this cheese, the first one being this conk page. This rune page is good for extended fights and if you want to have good late game teamfight damage. I choose these runes when I'm up against tanks, for example Cyan, Malphite and On. The second rune page is this Airy page. Airy is easier to proc than Conk and feels amazing, so I would say against bruiser matchups, for example Fiora, Riven and Pantheon, I would go this Airy page. For summoner spells I go Flash and Ignite. Here's a list of all the top lane champions that the line tag works against. Firstly, we have the works perfectly tier. Against all of these champions you can do the cheese with the Airy rune page, because against these matchups you want to have more short rate power. Against Yon and Yasuo you have to try to dodge as many Qs as possible and to dodge their Q3 at every cost. Another matchup I want to talk about is Pantheon. If you get hit by too many of his spears, the lane is over, so try and avoid that by using your passive movement speed. Something I also want to mention is that you always have to look at the enemy summoner spells and runes and think for yourself if you want to try and cheese them. For example, if Pantheon goes press the attack with Ignite, I'm not going to cheese because he's gonna one-shot me, but if he has TP with Kong, I'm going to cheese him. Kay and Cassandra are the only champions I do the line tag against with Flash and Ghost. You just have to make sure to lower them enough before showing and using your level 2 advantage. Now we have the works perfectly tier, but against these matchups I go Kong because they are tanky and it's gonna take a while killing them. Okay, so here we are in the does not work tier. All of these matchups are impossible to win for Singed, so I would suggest you to just go Predator against these matchups and try to roam as much as possible to bring your team ahead. Moving on to the second does not work tier. Against these champions you can't do the line tag because they are just gonna kill you while trying to do it. Against them I would go Phase Rush because once they manage to get onto you it's over, so you need a way to get away from them. Against Lee Sin and Tahm Kench it's just better to lane normally because of their Qs. You just don't want to give them a free opportunity to hit their Q onto you. Laning normally against Irelia is better because you don't want to give her a free opportunity to stack her passive, because once she stacks her passive she can easily kill you level 1. I feel like Riven is obvious because she has so much level 1 1v1 potential with her 3 Qs and her passive. I wouldn't recommend you to do it against Rengar because if you try he's gonna jump onto you a few times and the lane is over. And finally, against Graves laning normally is better because you don't want him to auto-take you for free. It's just better playing around your wave so he can't auto-take you. Okay, so this is the line tag. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm gonna answering every single one of them. I'm live streaming every day on twitch.tv/rogigirl. Come and say hi. Please let me know what do you think about this video and yeah, have a good rest of your day.